Hello viewers, hope you are doing well. After the last video of installing code blocks, today I'm coming with another video that is about the four topics of C basic level. It could be the program structure, basic syntax, data types, variables. So there are a lot more topics to cover today. So without any descriptions, let's come into the project. Let's come to the point. Um, another main thing after, after going into the topic. So please do subscribe to my channel. This is my channel name, and this subscribe to my channel. So okay, let's come to the point. So yes, for the as usual, we will go to the code blocks for compiling our course. I have written the course well, before, but I'm going to I'm going to do the code again. So in the last video, you got to know that how to install code blocks. You got to know that how to install code blocks. So today I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go to the code directly. Before going to the code, let's go to the website that is called tutorials point. It is very good website for C programming who wants to uh, learn C programming language with this is a very good website for learning programming languages. So who wants to learn programming language using this website? So you are welcome. You are heavily welcome for that. So firstly, let's come to program structure. So what is program structure actually? Um, Here, uh, if we come to the project, let's print something. Let's print that. So it's our second lab. So let's run this code. So yes, this is so um so in the project structure. So we have to know the project that we got to know in the last video, but today then we are going to do that. So this is the header, this is the curly braces, this is the printf, this is the print. If we want to print something, print a string, direct string, then we have to print like that using these semicolons, and oh, we have to really remember that these semicolons, these semicolons, uh, these 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 this is very important, and this semicolon is also very important. If I don't give this semicolon, let me do this, it's going to be error. So these are the project structure we have to maintain all the time. So it is good to maintain this project structure. So that is the thing. In the project structure we have to ensure. So okay, it's done. We got to know the project structure today. So now let's come to the point, the basic syntax. So what is basic syntax? To learn C programming. Um, there are simple syntax we have to follow. This is the token in C. So which is token? Token is something like here we know that which token here. Here's token is something. This semicolon is could be the token here. Okay. Each and everything is token here, which is mandatory to run basic C programming code. They all are the part of tokens. And what is the semicolons here? It's a semicolon. Semicolon is very important thing. If you want, actually, I sometimes if I run my code without this semicolon, so it is not going to run. It's going to give you the runtime error, which is pretty much which is very odd. So it is going to give us the runtime error. So now the topic is comments. Now the topic is comment. So it is very important to comment to have the practice of comment. So there are two types of comment. This single line comment. This is single line comment. Single line. This is single line. This is single line comment, and we sometimes need. So we can write like so. This is main method. This is the of starting of main method. So we can write that. So that's how we can know. So when we are commenting a single line, so compiler is not going to be is going to execute this line anymore. So that's how we can do that. So think that we need something that should be in not single line, that should be double line. For example, we want to write something here. So what we have to do, we have to uh, we have to write that and what we will write between these two brackets, that will be commented, and our codes, and compiler is not going to it doesn't vary in our output, that what we are going to, as we have written many things here, the compiler is not going to read that, uh, compile that, so it doesn't vary actually. So, identifiers, the word identifier means the identity actually, the which, by calling which we are going to we are going to identify which name, by which name we are going to identify the variable, the method or the element, actually by which name we are going to identify this. So for example, say here if we talk the main method, if we talk main method, then obviously we in our mind, actually there is an image of this method will be captured. So that's how the identifier, this is called the identifier of that method. So this is the identifier, this name main is the identifier of this method, main method. So that was about the identifier. And then let's come to the data types. So what is data types? Now let's come to data types. Actually, data types is very important. Data types in C refers an extensive systems used to declare the variables or function of different types. So that means, actually, if when we use something in programming or in everyday life, like or something, writing, so these all are data. So as they all are data, when we are writing code, we have to classify these data into different types. So for example, this different type data, this could be integer type data, this could be character type data, whatever it is. So whatever it is, so let's come to the document. Here we are getting some lot more data types: basic types, enumerated types, the void types, direct types. So today we just will know about these two types: basic types and void type. So let's come to the basic types. So in the basic types, uh, actually in the basic types, what it's written to the arithmetic types and the further classified into integer types and floating point types. There are two declaration of basic type. Basic type has been declared into position. One is integer type, and two is floating type. floating type here. Okay, so these are two, and these are two classifications of basic types. So let's get to know about this. So in the integer types, actually the is integer type, there are characters, integer, short, long. So these are the um, these are all of the sorted complex things, complex data types. So don't be panic about that. I'll I'll really come up with those data types which are needed. Actually, just get to know that integer all integer needs 2 or 4 bytes in the memory, short needs 2 bytes, long needs 4 bytes, uh, and character needs 1 byte. That's all. That's all from here to know about. And floating point types here, the three type we have to know, that is float, double, float, and double, not more than that. Float is 4 byte, double is 8 byte. So value range, this is, and precision, we need that, but at the basic level we do not need to know about that. So let's go to the point. Let's get some implementation. And okay, before that, let me introduce that. And we have to know something about, that is, these are the basic things. These are the basic things we have to know about data, actually, data types. Let's implement. So I'm going to remove that, and also that as well. And so let me clear this, all this. Let me clear all of this. Well, nice. So what I should do, what I want to do, that is, I want to know the data types of these. Okay. So what I have to do, I have to print what I have to print. I have to print the that data size of integer percent %d %d comma size of, sorry, size of what, size of integer. Hopefully it will give me the output. Size of integer, yes, this is the size of integer, only 4. Okay, let's do something else. Size of integer, I got the size of integer. Size of character. So for getting the input of size of character, I have to give is C, and here give it char, size of char, and it is going to give me the output. Yes, it is not going to giving me the exact output. So size of, okay, yes, that is given. Yes, size of C. So this is given here. Yes, this is one single, and let's give the short. It is also D, but that would be maybe so RT, size of short. Yes, this is 2. Size of, sorry, long. Yes, this is 4. That's how. And for the if I get to F, so I have to give it for float, for giving me the output of float, I have to give a f, percent f. So this is size of float is very, how do I get to know? Sorry, let me check. What is, how do I what size of float? Okay, sorry. This is the size of float. I have to give the percent t. Sorry, I'm very sorry for that. Yes, this is for, and double. This is the size. Really double. Yes, it's 8. Let me check it again. One thing, that is character. Yes, is 1. So yes, that's how we should find out the size. We got to know what the size of everything. Well, there's another thing. Could be you might follow that I didn't give any return, as I am not a return. Mm, as actually I am not uh, supposed to not supposed to return something, so it is valueless if I give or not. But it is good practice to give return always, whether I am giving something or not. Well, now there is another type. It is called void type. Void type, which means that nothing, no value, actually no value. That means when we use that, when you use void type, we are not going to return, or we're not going to insert anything into the variable. So thank you very much about the void type. Now another topic we wanted to cover, that is variables. So what is variables? Now let me go into the documentation. It's variables. Variable means variable is equal to, which can be something something which, yeah, is or changeable. Actually, actually in the programming language, variable means the which having the capability, sorry, having the capability to change the value. Suppose I have mm, I have I need a value of 10 12. So I can use that. Suppose I want to store 10 plus 12, and I got the result is 22. Yeah, but I want to store this value 10. I want to store, but I need to use, and in the second time, sorry, to clarify more, let me give this example. But in the second time I need to use this 10 again, with -5, which subtract with -5, subtract with 5, and getting the value 5. So it is not good practice. If How about if I could have a variable like that, the a is equal to 10 and b is equal to 12 and c is equal to a plus b, and d is equal to d is equal to 5 and e is equal to a minus d. So c is equal to, then your result would be here, that c is equal to 22 and d is equal to 5. So this could be the thing. How about that, rather than doing this? So this is very efficient, and this a I can use a multiple times rather than using 10. So when I am using 10, it is not very complex to use this 10 multiple times, but when I am using these, it is very complex to write. uh, it is very complex to write this multiple times. Yes, that 1 0 0 0 0 0 0. So it is very complex. Again 0 0 0 0, again, sorry, again 1 0 0 0. It is very complex. So should not use that. Should not use that. Should not use that word. We should use this word. Sorry, use this word. So that is why we need variable. So this is the all of our that is why we need variable. And now let's come to the variable we have to know about. There are 5 variables here we need to know about. That is character, integer, float, double, void. Now let's come to the point, which is character. Character is something in this double quotation. It's called character. Integer is something number, and double, sorry, let's firstly I have to write float, something uh, something um, point, floating point, that, and double is also a float, but it is a big number. uh, it's a big number compared to float. So these are 4 variables we will often use, but there is another, another variable is void. It is means no value. It means no value. So we have to always think that throughout the sessions, because throughout the life, programming life, because we are going to use these. So that was all about the value. That was all about the actually uh, variable we should know about. So now the other simple things I will wrap up with, that is how to write project is how to define actually the variable in C or in any coding standard language. For example, so you have to give the data type. You have to give the data type first, then you have to give a variable, then first value, first first value, then you have to keep equal, then you have to keep the value. As I have given the integer, so I have given, as I have given the integer, so I have given this. If I could give you a float, then I have to give, yeah, this or automatically, uh, okay, I'm not going to see that. I have to give it this or automatically it will automatically it will, okay, now this automatically it will get something, it will give the point. uh, Now I have to use float f the percent f here because I want to print the value of the variable float. Yeah, it is giving the, giving this float number, floating point number. So if I give you a percent, the percent d, and if I give you a this, it doesn't matter what is this, but it will always print 0. Yeah, because this is the floating number and I want to use percent here. Let's do percent f. It's going to give me, it's going to give me 12.0000. So this is the thing. So I use integer and I use 12.000. Let's come to know what is happening. So it is going to give me only 12 after though I get these also, it doesn't matter what happens. And if I print a, and I have to print here char, so it really I have to give here c for character. So let's come to the point. It is going to give me a, but what if I give this here int? Let me check percent c. This is going to give me a as well. Yeah, but percent d, it is going to 97 here. So this is the thing. This is the value of a 97. This is the value of a 97. You know. So that's how we can actually uh, we can actually declare a value and we can uh, print a value, actually print a value. So another thing I want to mention, that is percent d for char, percent d, sorry, percent c for char, percent d for int, percent f for float. So that's the thing you need to mention. And if I want to print a single thing, then we will always just what we will write in this, in this, it will be directly shown in the console. So these are the things, these are the three things you have to always remember. So that's all about today's three topics. So hope you got to know about many things. So we have covered this topic. So I will come with my next video very soon. Thank you very much.